مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيب.
What are the ideals that Islam calls to? The Quran opens with the human being's expression of their most urgent need. That most urgent need is for guidance. Right? And we would posit that Islam, that which is the content of the final revelation, is an answer to the most urgent human need. And that most urgent human need shows what are the ideals that humans should aspire to. That need is expressed when the servant says, اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. Guide us to the path that is straight. Guide us to the path of uprightness. What is the path of uprightness? The path of uprightness is the path that enables the human being to choose the good of this life and the good of the next, and to attain right balance between material good and social good in this life and the ultimate spiritual good that lasts eternally. So that is what Islam calls to. It is a path that is straight because it is characterized by uprightness. It strives to promote all that is good for humans as individuals and as a collective. But it contains within it an understanding of good that is comprehensive. That the good is not merely material good. Even the good of this life is not only material good, it is also social good. It is good in relations. It is good for oneself and for others. It is not just immediate good, because human beings are hasty by nature, but it is lasting good. But there's also a recognition that the human being is a body and a soul, and that soul lives on after this life. So how do you attain good that transcends this life, good that is eternal, good that has consequences manifest in the life after this? So the ideals that Islam calls to are the ideals of attaining human good in the most comprehensive way, the good of this life and the good of the next. But there's an issue that not everyone has the same degrees of aspiration. So some people, their aspiration is merely to get by in life. So Islam outlines what are the minimum, that what is the minimum good that you need to attain in this life so that you can pursue your own good, give others the basic good that they deserve from you, and how can you attain the basic good of the next life. This is the salvific minimum. And this is outlined by the limits of divine guidance. That don't transgress these boundaries, because if you do, you have vitiated the good, whether for yourself or for others, whether worldly good or next worldly good. Then there are others who want to go beyond the salvific minimum. They want to pursue good for themselves or for others, worldly or spiritual. And Islam points to those actions and that conduct and those ideals to uphold, to attain that. There's others who seek virtue, not just to do good, but to be good, to be virtuous, to be righteous. And then there are those who are described in the Quran in a very powerful surah, Surah Al-Waqi'ah, the great event, that they are the sabiqun, the foremost, who are drawn close by God, who strive to attain the greatest possible good of this life, the greatest possible good of the next. And Islam calls to those values. So there's three levels that Islam calls to. The salvific minimum of how you save yourself from harm and wrong, worldly and next worldly. Then there is virtue and righteousness. And there is excellence, how to perfect human potential. And that pinnacle of human potential is how to become beloved to God. So Islam addresses human beings at their various levels. giving them the capacity to choose so that they can pursue the good at their level of aspiration. But it also encourages them to raise their aspirations to the highest of matters.